Hello and welcome back to my channel, Sammy's Witchcrafts. Well, how is everybody? I hope you're all well. First things before I start showing the craft that I'm going to do, I just want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for taking the time to coming over and checking me out, and all the lovely comments that people have also sent me. I really appreciate that. It really means a lot. So I sorted all the craft room out. I'm not going to bother showing you because it's just carpet really. But yeah, I've got the majority of it all done. But yeah, it took me quite a while, but it's done. I'm so pleased, so pleased. So what are we making today? We are going to be making a paper Christmas decoration, and it's known as a paper German bell, and this is it. It's so pretty. Now it's really easy to do in folding. When it comes to actually folding it all together, it can be a little bit tricky. I've started a few of these, and every time I've tried to fold them up, it just wasn't working. So yeah, that's the bell we're going to be making. And what I've done is I've just got I've got a big box of, they're like hair pieces that you put in your hair. You can plait your hair and you sort of thread them on. But I thought, I know what I'm going to be using those for. So that's all I've done, is I've just added a couple of those after. You can add like the gems that I showed you in my last video that are in here. So I could stick some gems on the side. But I quite like it like that. Or if you want to, you could even sprinkle some glitter over it, which is now known, coming up to Christmas, as glitter season. So what do we need? First of all, the size that little bell is, well, it's not that little, is it? But that size of that bell, which is about the normal size of a Christmas decoration, is, glasses on, is 6 by 6. And I'm using one of my little packs. Don't know what one to use though. I quite like that one. That's quite a pretty one. So I might use that pattern. But when it comes to doing the craft, I most probably change my mind and use a different one. But what I've also done is I've drawn on the same sort of size paper. I've drawn on the lines where the creases are going to be. So it looks a bit mind-boggling at the moment, but I'll explain and go through it step by step. So we need a sheet of 6 by 6 piece of paper, some glue. I'm using this glue. I think it's the same sort of brand as the red one. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but this works really, this is really sticky, works really well, and sticks very fast as well. And I've got a trusted little pot, so I'm going to put my glue into my pot, and then I've got just an old paintbrush that's gone hard, just so I can scoop up the glue and apply it that way. And I've also got a piece of thin ribbon. Now you don't have to go out and buy thin ribbon. This is about just over 1 foot long, I think. Yeah, it's about 13 inches. Just measured it on my board in front of me. But a foot will be enough, because what you're going to be doing is, as you can see, I'll just get it up from up there. You need quite a long length, because putting it on the tree, you need it still to hang a little bit. So I've used a 1 foot long piece of ribbon, but like I just said, you don't have to go out and buy this ribbon. If you've got any old top tops or some PJs. Sometimes you get where you hang them up on your coat hanger, you get these. Now most of the time they just get in the way. You know, you put your arm through your garment and you put your arm through that as well. So rather than going out and buying loads of ribbon, unless you want to make lots of these, go and cut a few of them off and you can use those because they're quite normally lengthy. So yeah, doesn't matter if it's thin or slightly thicker, it just can't be too thick. So if you want to give this a go but you don't want to go out and buy all the material, you can just use white paper, cut that to 6 inches by 6 inches, and then go and get an old top that you don't really sort of hang up with these, and cut that and use that. And also, which I can't, oh there it is, can't see it because it's see-through, I can't see it on my worktop, and a ruler. And this is not to measure anything out, this is basically just to, when you're folding the paper, I just like to put a little bit of a crease in. And yet again, I have got special tools that I do for book folding and things like that, but not everybody's got those, so I'm going to just demonstrate it with a ruler. So it doesn't have to be a small ruler, it can be a long ruler, metal ruler, plastic ruler, wooden ruler, whatever ruler you've got. And if you haven't got that, you can just use the back of you know, like in your cutlery, your knife, your dinner knife. And that's what we need to make this paper German bell. So I'm now going to go and set up, and I'm going to demonstrate in how you make it. So I can't remember what piece of paper I was going to use now. Oh, there's so many nice colours in here. I think it was that one. I'm going to use this piece of paper. So like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, each time I do a fold, I'll highlight over the line, so then sort of give you an idea in where we're at. So the first fold that we're going to be making is going to be this cross here. So we've got our piece of paper. I'm going to fold this corner and this corner up to these two corners here. So lining it up, run your finger along, get your ruler and just give it a little go over, not too hard. Then we're going to open it up, we're going to make the other side of the cross, so just line those two edges up, run your finger along, get your ruler, just so that the edges are nice and crisp, because the folding and having the creases are quite important, because if they're not creased enough and you go to fold it all in to make the shape, if they're not crisp enough, it can be a little bit difficult. So hopefully I will do them sharp enough. So just get my pen. So we've just done the cross here. So we've just done that cross there. So the next section we're going to be doing diagonally. So we turn our piece of paper over. So now we've got the white piece facing us, and then we fold to make the cross in the diagonal. So I've run my finger across, got my ruler, and just give it a little bit of a open it up, turn, and do the other side. Run your finger across, so you've got the crease, and then we just go over, put a crease with the ruler. So now we've done these two. Oh, pen seeping through a bit of paper. So we've done the diagonal lines now. So with the white side still facing you, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be doing these two creases here, these two folds. And how we do that, before I start folding, I get a pencil, and so I don't lose where I am, I put a little dot very lightly in the corner, just so I know that corner has been folded. Because if you don't, if I don't put a dot there, when I get lost in where have I folded. So I just put a little dot in the corner, and what we're going to do is this corner here we're going to bring into the middle. So when you fold it in, when you've done both sides, it will look like a little kite. So you line it up with the diagonal crease. Run your finger along, going quite slow at the end, not to make the end sort of fold down here. Get your ruler and just go over and give it a crease, and then turn it round and fold the other side. And as you can see, it now looks like a little kite. So I line that up the best I can. Run your finger along and just get your ruler and just go over the crease. So now we undo that. So I know I've done that corner. So I'm now going to turn it, and I'm going to do this corner. So get my pencil, put a little dot so I know that's the one I'm on, and then I fold into the middle again. So you make like another kite shape fold. This is where you need to just be a little bit careful on the end here, making sure that it sort of folds near that corner. Don't worry if it doesn't touch, because this is going to be the top. All the four corners are going to be the top of the bell. So just go over with the ruler and then fold the other side. So we make that kite shape again. Run your finger along the edge, get your ruler and just wipe over. So now I've done that corner and that corner, which are these folds here. So I've got a dot there and I've got a dot there, so it means I know that I folded the paper there. So I haven't got one here, so I'm going to put a little dot in that corner, and then I'm going to do the same again. Bring the edge to the middle so it makes kite shape. It's like making a paper aeroplane. So just run your ruler over. And then turn it round and then fold. You may have to run your finger along the point and round it a little bit, just so then it doesn't put a crease in it, in a place you don't want a crease. And then you just meet in the middle, go along the edge, run your ruler across, and you've got another fold. So we've done the 3 corners. So now we're going to be doing this corner here. So dot, 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 which I've done. My last one. And just do what we did with the other 3. Line it up to the edge in the middle. Run your fingers along slowly. Get your ruler and put your crease in. Turn it round and make your kite shape. This one's not quite lining up at the top there, but it doesn't matter as long as it's reaching near enough. And we just run that ruler along the edge. So hopefully my folds are going to be nice and crisp. We'll have to see when we come to fold it into its shape. We've done all these folds. If you can, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. You can just about see where all the folds are. Now this is the tricky bit. This is when you know your folds are folded well. So what we do is we get one of the corners and we just bring up like you was going to flatten it, but just make sure that the sides are sort of standing on the edge. I'm going to do that to the opposite side. This is how I find it easier. So then we've got this sort of shape. So you can sort of just run your finger just to make sure that the creases are creased. Now we need to turn it, and we've got to do the same with those ones as well. Now if they're all folded correctly, so it should look like that. If you're doing this for the first time, it may not go as planned, as I found out when I very first made this bell. It took me quite a few attempts, so you have to be a little bit patient with it. So, and then what happens is then all these 4 sides should then meet up in the middle. But what you may have to do is put your finger in the middle there, push it down, then they should all fold into one, and that's it. That's how easy it is to make this bell. So yet again, if you get your sides and you run your fingers along, so you've got this sort of like half a star, shall I say, and then if you bring them up and it doesn't meet up to the middle, get your finger and push it in the middle, and then they should all automatically meet. Oops. That looks so pretty. Now for the fun bit. Getting all your glue out and getting your fingers all covered in glue and peeling it off later. So I'm going to just put a blob into my tub. If your glue's too thick, you can add a little bit of water. So I just put a little bit in at a time. Because of my elbow at the minute, what I'd normally do is I'd get me glue and I would just go along like that, but I can't squeeze it to put it on the side. So that's why I've got my glue pot out. So now what we do is we get a bit of glue on our brush, and we then just glue along the edges of the bell. I'm just spreading it out evenly. Try and get the top and then a bit along the edge. Oops, I've just got a piece on the bottom of me paper. And then we just bring that side up and we stick it to the sides. Now, some papers may be a bit thin, so what you might have to do is before you stick one side, is where that crease is there, get your fingers and just put your fingers inside there and then just pinch together and it should stick. Like I said, this glue is really a nice quick drying glue, and they're not completely dry, but it seems to stick very, very quickly. Right, that one's gone a little bit, so I just bring that over there with my thumb, trying to, it's all fingers and thumbs, and then you just line it up. And if it's not sticking at the top, just get your little brush and then just gently place some more glue in there and then just stick it together. I just need a little bit in that side there. Open it up a little bit. And that's half of, well, the majority of your bill glued it together. So all you've got to do now is, I'm going to just put that to one side and I'm going to now get my piece of ribbon. It was a bit thin there, it's off of a new roll, so, and it was tucked in, so I'm going to just cut that off there. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my ribbon and I'm going to put a little knot in the end. So I've got a loop. So if you want this little bit here to stop threading, you can get a lighter and just sort of, so it's curls all the ends up. Bit sticking there. So that then stops it from fraying. So if you're with a child, I wouldn't let a child do that. Which I know you wouldn't anyway. But that's how I secure my ends. I'm not too worried about how it looks because it's going to be inside my bell anyway. So I'm just going to press the inside so it's got its shape still. Just checking the bottom, make sure that's in the right place. So now what I do is I get a big dollop of glue and I just spread it all over my knot. Then hopefully no glue on my fingers to stick to the paper, I put it inside the bell, sort of sticking it down onto one of the sides inside. So hopefully that's going to stick. It looks like it will. Might just put a little bit more glue inside there just to make sure that it's going to stick. Then all we do is, I've got glue on the top of this one, is I then just put glue on the last side, put it down so I can pick my pot up, get a nice big dollop, and then just spread it. Oh, I think I've got a bit too much glue there. Oops, not to worry. At least I know it'll be sticking. It's alright once it's all evenly out. Right, so, and then all you do is you fold that side up. Now you'll notice under here it's a bit of a different shape to that one, so all you do is you just press, and this is when you know you've done your creases right. Oh, I've pushed it in too far. So then once it's all dry, you can then just gently go around pushing, so then the creases pop out. But that'll work much better once it's all the glue's dry. And that's how you make your bell. Doesn't take 5 minutes, well, takes about 10 minutes to make, but it's just quick and easy. I love it. Then all I do is I get my little pack of beads out. And the nice thing about this little set is it comes with, they look like little crowns. So have I got, what have we got on there? I reckon I should use a gold. Oops, it's stuck to my finger. I've got a couple of different sizes. Oh, is that the same size? Oh no, they are the same size. And then all you do is, I'd wait for it to dry a little bit longer, but I just want to show you what it looks like. So I then put it onto the decoration. And it just finishes it off, I think. You can add a couple of other bits on there. I've got I could use a yellow bead. I have got a red bead. No, red might be okay. You watch, hold it up and it'll all fall and come apart. Fingers crossed it won't. Ah, look. And that's how you make a German bell, a paper German bell Christmas decoration. It's so pretty. I did try to make a big one. This was just with a card, but I did find this a little bit difficult to, took me ages to try and put it all together. But what I want to do with this one is I want to put, I've got some really lovely glitter over there. I've got some like fine glitter. Or if you want, if you've got some nice metallic marker pens or pencils or something, you could do a little bit of Zen drawing on them and do, you know how I did the star. I'll put the link up to the star and where we drew on the sides of the star. We could do it on here as well, but I think that one will look really, really nice with some glitter on it. And you can make them any size you want, as long as it's square. As long as it's a square piece of paper, you just do the same folds. But it's getting, the folds is the easy part, it's getting it to fold into the shape that I found difficult. But I'm hoping that with how I've shown you it, it'll be easy to follow along. So let me know in the comments how you get on with making this bell if you do decide to give it a go. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I might have to try and see if I can hang it behind me. So you could make all different colours. So, what do you think of that? That's the Christmas decoration. They're so lovely to make once you get the hang of how to fold them. And like I said, it's the folding part is the easy bit. It's when you come to bring it all together that can be a little bit all fingers and thumbs. But you could make all different sizes. I have actually made, I haven't got it anymore because it got squashed when I come back from the motorhome. I made a really little tiny one, and I thought about if I got a couple all different sizes, like 3 sizes, I could try and connect them together and make like a Christmas tree. Don't know how I'd join them together, but it was just an idea. If I end up making one, I'll show on here. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. Really, really pleased. And like I said, they're so easy to make. So let me know in the comments what you thought of that craft and if you enjoyed it. I mean, I haven't done a craft for quite a few months now, I think. I've done a couple of videos, but I didn't make any crafts, but I'm back. And thank you to everybody who messaged me and put lovely little comments saying welcome back. It's great to see you back. Loved it. Didn't realise I was missed so much. But yeah, I'll have to think of what I can do. I have got an idea what I'm going to do next. So Sammy, which crafts are we going to be doing next? Come back and you'll see in my next video. But if you haven't already and you enjoy watching my videos, press that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, share, like, everything that will help my channel grow. But like I say, I really appreciate it with all my subscribers that take the time out of their day to sit and watch me make a craft. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and waffle on like I normally do, because I might go and sit and start another. Do I do it? I might do. I'll see. You'll have to wait. But you all take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.